Good morning, children. Today we are going to study the chapter Bringing Up Curry. Now, in this story, we come to know how a small baby elephant of 5 months old is being taken care of by a small child of 9 years old. So, there is a friendship or a bond between the child and the baby elephant, and here the author or the child is the caretaker or keeper of the baby elephant. This is a story about the friendship between a little boy and a baby elephant. So you can see in the picture there is a friendship between this boy and the elephant, and the boy brings up this elephant. He is taking care of the elephant and is bringing up. So both of them grow together. The writer was 9 years old when he got Curry, a 5-month-old baby elephant. So author, when he was only just 9 years old, when he was himself a child, he got Curry, this baby elephant of 5 months old. Although Curry did not eat much, he needed 40 pounds of twigs every day to chew and play with. So you can understand by looking at the picture that he needed 40 pounds of twigs every day to chew and play with. So that was his daily food. Every morning, the child took Curry to the river for his bath. So the boy used to take him to the bath in the river, and he used to go to the forest to collect the twigs for the elephant. Next, they went to the jungle where the boy cut tender, juicy twigs for Curry's dinner. Now, the baby elephant used to like only tender, juicy twigs. He did not eat hard twigs. So the boy found it difficult to climb the trees and collect only those delicate twigs for Curry. Now, this was the bonding between the child and the elephant. How the little child was taking care of the elephant, in the sense he used to select the twigs, and only those twigs which were tender, that is, which were delicate, used to be cut from the trees, and he used to bring it as food for the elephant. One day, when the child was cutting the young branches of a banyan tree, he heard Curry baby's voice calling out to him. So Curry's that small baby elephant's voice was heard by him when he was cutting the twigs. So as you know that when the elephant used to take bath in the river, he used to go out deeper into the forest and collect the twigs as food for him, food for the elephant. Now once what happened that when he was doing as routine, he heard the baby's voice, the Curry baby's voice, baby elephant's voice, as if he is in trouble. He ran around looking for Curry till he came to the river. So because of that love and bonding, he just got down from the tree and started searching the forest, especially to the river, to see where was Curry. And so Curry stunk on the water surface, as expected, that maybe Curry is in the river drowning or something. So he could found that Curry's trunk was only on the water surface. That means most part of the body was below the water. He thought Curry was drowning. Oh my God, Curry is drowning. What to do? But he felt helpless as the baby elephant was too heavy for him to pull out. You know that though it is a baby elephant, but still it was very heavy. So how could this small child of 9 years old try to get him out? So he wanted to help him, but still he was worried how to get him out. As soon as Curry saw the child, he started trumpeting. Now the baby elephant's voice, the trumpeting sound was made by Curry when he saw the child near him. The shrieking sound. He swam to the shore and pulled the child into the river. So he came out and dragged the child inside. So now the child comes to know that there is some other problem. The child saw a boy lying underwater close to the riverbed. So what did Curry do? It dragged the child below the water. So dragged him into the water. And now when the child was inside the water, that is the author was inside the water, he could see another boy lying at the bottom of the river. Curry helped the child save the drowning boy. Now, of course, the child, that is the author, came to know that the boy is getting drowned. So he should save him. So he tried to bring him out, but because he was not a good swimmer, he could not totally save him, and the river current was dragging him. At that time, Curry helped the child by saving the drowning boy. Okay. So what did he do? He just, with his help of his trunk, tried to drag both of them out of the river. By curling his trunk around the child's neck and pulling the two boys to the shore. So that is how he saved both of them. Like a little child, Curry had to be trained to be good. So that is how we find that he saved a child there. Now the other part of the story is that we come to know that just like children are naughty, here our baby elephant is also a bit naughty, and we have to teach children good and bad. When they're naughty, we have to scold them, or we have to tell them it's not good. Similarly, Curry had to be trained to be good. Once somebody gave Curry bananas. Another episode. After tasting them, Curry developed a love for ripe bananas. So when somebody gave as gift bananas to the Curry elephant, he started eating it, and he got a good taste there. So he developed a love for ripe bananas. So he started liking bananas. Bananas became his favorite food. Soon all of the bananas kept on the table near a window in the child's house began disappearing. So you can find on the table when bananas were kept there, this curry used to put his trunk from the window and take away the bananas. In one sense, he used to steal away the bananas. The bananas started disappearing. The child parents first blamed the servants and then the child for eating all the bananas. So initially when it happened for the first time, they thought the servants had taken it. They had stolen the bananas. So it became an issue there. Everybody started discussing about it, and the parents blamed that some servants must have eaten it. They must have taken it away. When it happened the second time, the servants told that no, no, we have not done it. So obviously they doubted the child, our author. One morning, when the child was sitting at the dining table, a long black snake-like thing came through the window and grabbed all the bananas. So the boy, that is the author, was very curious. He was depressed and angered there that though I have not stolen the bananas, why my parents are doubting me. And when he was sitting on the table, at that time he found a snake-like thing come to the window and take away all the bananas, grabbed all the bananas. So he was frightened. Frightened, the child ran out of the house. He followed the snake there. He thought how much large snake it was, and snake was stealing away the bananas. So he followed. He came out of the house and tried to see where was the snake. He went running into Curry's pavilion, but he saw something going towards Curry's pavilion, that is his staying place. So when he peeped from the window, he found there where he saw bananas strewn on the floor and Curry eating them. Now he got the clue there that it was none other than Curry who was stealing away the bananas. The child pulled Curry by his ears and scolded him. So he took it in a joyous manner. He caught hold of the ears of the baby elephant and scolded him that you are not supposed to take away bananas without permission. My parents were doubting me. Because elephants can understand when people speak to them. So you have to train them, you have to teach them what is good and what is bad. So by holding the ears, it's sort of punishment. He taught the elephant that not to steal bananas next time. After the incident, Curry never stole anything from the dining room again. So whenever people used to give him bananas, he used to make a shrieking sound as thankfulness, but from himself he did not steal any bananas henceforth. Elephants don't like being punished without a reason. So just like a baby understands when he's done wrong and you punish or scold him that I have done wrong. Similarly, elephants also understand when they have done wrong. But without any reason, if you punish them, they don't like it. Just like a child, elephant must be taught when to sit down, walk, go fast and slow. So just like we teach any baby to walk, to sit and that sort of thing, here an elephant is also to be taught. Elephants are taught to sit by saying dhat and pulling them by the ear. So if you pull a baby elephant by ear and you speak dhat in his ears, then he sits down. So that is how you train him. Similarly, they are taught that pulling the trunk forward and saying mali means they should walk. So if you say mali and if you pull the trunk at that time, they start walking. So it took only 3 lessons to teach him to sit, that is that, but it took 3 months to make him learn uh, Mali, that is walking, to walk, to pull his trunk and say Mali in the ear. So after training only they learn the things. So something they learn easily, some takes more time. For example, the sitting is very easy because being heavyweight, they sit always. But to make it stand up and go, to have a walk by saying Mali and pulling the trunk, it took more time, that is approximately 3 months to learn. Elephant take 5 years to learn the master call. Another thing that elephants are trained is master call. That is, whenever the master is in trouble, the elephant comes to the rescue. So you have to teach them a master call, that is whisper in the ear, and that sound is understood that my master is in trouble, and the elephant comes to help. That is master call. So it took 5 years to learn. So any elephant takes 5 years to learn that master call, which is a strange hissing sound that you have to make a hissing sound in the ears of the elephant. The elephant's caretaker must make this kind of noise in the elephant ears to make him recognize it. So continuously making that sound, hissing sound in the ears, will make it learn that sound and come to know that his master is in trouble, and he makes a road for him by pulling the trees or the twigs on the way. When the elephant master uses this master call, the elephant understands that his master needs help. So whenever he is in danger, for example, he is lost the author or any mahout on for that matter is lost in the jungle, then he will make this sound, hissing sound in the ear, and make the elephant understand that I am in trouble. So the elephant will make the route for him. So it's said like that, that at that time the elephant becomes so ferocious and he pulls down the trees and the twigs in such a manner that even the tiger becomes frightened, and all pave the way so the master can get out from the jungle very easily. So this is how the elephant helps the master. When the master is lost in the forest and makes the master call, the elephant makes a path through the forest by pulling down the trees in front of it. So the elephant becomes much ferocious and drags all the twigs and the branches away from the path and makes a better path for the author to go out of the jungle. So just like that, the story ends here. The bringing up Hari, how the baby elephant is being brought up by a child of 9 years old. Thank you. Have a good day.